Tune in to Overcomers TV on your favorite app or streaming platform. It's time to overcome.
11 and a half years ago, I was looking for something new, and I found the Miami Rescue Mission, and I came and I applied, and I started as the community development assistant, and I loved it, and that's how the whole story began. So I started as the community development assistant, transitioned into the volunteer coordinator, community development associate, and now senior community development associate. And so what I do pretty much is all the volunteers involvement, all the community development side of the ministry, special events, reaching out to the people in the community that are in need, the things that they need, also the residents in the centers, both Miami and Broward. What do they need? What can we get for them? From clothing to hygiene items to food to monetary donations. So anything and everything that has to do with fundraising and friend raising, because we're getting people involved and educating the community to give back, find ways to give back. Our vision is no one is homeless, to help homeless individuals, men, women, and children, transition from being homeless or in need or whatever they're going through to being productive members of society. We provide them with education, with safe shelter, with counseling, with behavioral health, volunteers that come with their big smiles, right? I mean, it's all part of the transformation that we want to achieve, for them to achieve in their lives. But all that restoration process begins when they made that decision. I don't want to be homeless anymore. I want to come in. I want to change my life. And so we do all that, everything that's behind the scenes, right? Everything that they need, provide them with the opportunities, the education, the resources, so that when they leave here, they only come back as volunteers and supporters. We're a faith-based organization, so that's our bread and butter, okay? This is from the moment that they wake up to the moment that they go to sleep. I mean, from the classes to our case managers to the volunteers. We have our faith community that comes here, well, number one, to do homeless ministry time. Our faith community, they actually walk the lines of the homeless people that are coming here to get a meal and a shower. And so they walk down that line to let them know, hey, let me pray for you. Let me pray with you. Let me tell you about the program. Maybe by you getting the information, you can go in. But then we transition that into chapel services. So now we have, again, our faith community, local partners that are coming to the caring place, both Miami and Broward County. And so they come in to do chapel services, to do groups. As you probably know, we have an amazing discipleship program, and that is just part of what we do. It's our bread and butter. It's our DNA. Yeah, life skills, I mean, that is huge. Our education center, I always say that that's where the dreams become a reality, because a lot of our residents come not knowing their potential, not knowing what they're capable of accomplishing. So through the education center, when they do the first assessment of where you are and what are the things that you need to work on, right? A lot of people discover that, hey, I'm good in math, or I'm good at the language arts. And that's when they make decisions to either get their GED, high school diploma, which a lot of them don't have when they come to us, or they decide to go for higher education, whether it's a trade school, technical school, or a university. A lot of our residents are graduates now from FIU, from Miami-Dade College, from Berry University. So that's where the dreams actually, they take wings because they see the potential they have. But the education center is key, because it goes from providing you education to also giving you the resources and the tools that you need in order to find that job also, right? So let's say you're ready to find a job. They do everything from eye contact, handshake. What are the things that you need when you go to that interview, right? Having that GED or high school diploma, because it's a need, right? And also having the right expectations and in the right place, right? What do I mean by that? If you have a felony, maybe you don't want to work at the airport, right? I mean, that could be a problem. Keeping them grounded in a way, but at the same time, preparing them. What are you going to wear to the interview? Are you going to go prepared, right? And think of the things that are so important from the moment that you get there to the last handshake and see if you land the job. So education, life skills, volunteers, once again, I keep on mentioning them because they're key as well. They come to our education center. They do tutoring one-on-one. They do GED prep, and they also do workshops on different things. It could be building your credit, or why is it important to have a good resume? How many pages are you going to have? What is it going to say? So volunteers, the guest service people, the case managers, everyone just works together to accomplish the transformation. Everyone can give of their talent, their time, their talent, and their treasure, right? No help is too small. So whether you're thinking, I'm gonna do a spring cleaning and I'm gonna get rid of everything I'm not using anymore, or you donate $10 for 5 meals, or you donate $100, or you do a drive. Maybe you work for a company and you say, you know what, they're collecting non-perishable food items. I'm gonna put a box in the lobby, right? I mean, we can give you all the ideas, all the literature that you need in order to make it happen, but there's so many ways of making a difference for someone else, for helping people in the community. My volunteers and supporters, something that I hear a lot is, oh, but I only have this much. That makes a difference. When you think that we feed a person one meal for $2.10, when you think of that, right, less than the price of coffee nowadays, huh? Anything and everything you're doing and that you give would actually be helpful. I always say the graduation. That's what gets me up in the morning, because I know that everyone that's going through the program right now, I know it's a battle sometimes, and sometimes it's uphill, right? Because they've gone through so much and they're dealing with so many demons, right? So I know it's not easy. So for those that make it all the way to the end and they actually say, I'm ready for that cap and gown ceremony, that's what I live for. That's what I wake up every morning for, that transformation, that culmination of everything that they worked so hard for. But also for those that leave and maybe come back, right? And say, you know what, I made a mistake, I relapsed, or whatever the case, whatever happened. And they come back, hey, you're getting a second chance, right? But yeah, that's what keeps me going. The last thing I'm gonna say, that whatever they're going through, my wish is for them to surrender, to believe in God with all they have, right? Have faith in the process, right? And see the change, you know, get there and don't give up. Don't give up. That's what I have to say.